Good morning from here to Zen, here at Good Things 2024. It's like 1 billion degrees. We're going to get ready to go and get sweaty in the pit and see a whole lot of really good music. Let's check it out. It's early morning at Good Things 2024. Behind me, they're setting up the stage for Bowling for Soup. But we got to sit down and have a chat with them. Let's check it out. Well, we're here at Good Things 2024 with Jaret from Bowling for Soup. Hey! And if anybody watching this was out in the crowd for Bowling for Soup, it's 1 billion degrees. We saw insanity such as bananas in the crowd and shoeys, and it was great.
There was so many things happening. There was a real beard Santa Claus out there. There was several cat in the hats.
Yep.
A lot of bananas, as always. It was just a lot of audience accessories today.
It's excellent. It was exactly what you need from like a festival set. It was great.
Yeah, agreed.
So, and I got to say, you did really well carrying through that set. I saw your post on social media this morning. Love the fact that you guys still played. I've wanted to catch you so many times, and I've always ended up missing your Brisbane shows. So, first Bowling for Soup show was amazing.
Well, you know, our band prides itself on the vocals, and I never lose my voice. I mean, ever. And but I got a chest cold. When you get into your chest, it's just gone. So, anyway, we made it through. I mean, I'm so lucky that Bob can actually sing really well, and the audience helped out a lot, and it was just a great day.
Awesome. You guys sounded great from the crowd. So love the hell out of that. Now, you're touring for the 20th anniversary of A Hangover You Don't Deserve.
We are.
That's huge. And it's your first, you're doing some headline shows later on this week for the first time in like 15 years in Australia.
Yeah,
it's been a while. So, what's it like to be back on Aussie shores and playing those sort of shows, those sort of ones coming up?
Honestly, it's just been too long. I mean, it's been over 10 years, as you said. And honestly, for no other reason than just scheduling. And then we were supposed to come over in 2020 and the world shut down. And then, of course, after that, everybody sort of was restarting, so to speak. So it's just sort of taking us this year, but here we are. And man, we're just excited that it's sort of a restart for us here. And just really excited to be back.
Have you had a favorite show that we played so far? Sydney beat out Melbourne, Brisbane best, like who's best of the best?
It's been awesome. I mean, today was amazing. It was incredible. I mean, I do have to say, Melbourne was amazing because we really didn't know. It was the first one. We didn't really know what to expect. And everybody's singing along and singing all the words. It was just, it really set us up for these to be successful. So, very, very happy with all three.
Brilliant. Now, we discussed the bananas in the front, and we got to see the debut of a brand new Bowling for Soup song of bananas in the front.
That's right, two bananas in the front row,
which was hilarious.
Yeah.
What's the weirdest thing you've seen at a Bowling for Soup show?
Man, I mean, there's been so many things. I think the weirdest one was at Warped Tour one year on stage. I did the Billy Madison line where I said, everybody, pee in your pants is cool. Everybody my age is pee in their pants. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
We were just being silly. And a girl came up to us after the show and just started laughing. We're like, what's happening right now? She just looks down and she's just peeing in her pants. And that was freaking weird.
That's up there.
It's up there.
One of the weirdest things to see. Sure. And we did also get to see a brand new Bowling for Soup guitarist for the 1985 at the end of the set.
Yeah, I got a message on Instagram. This kid named Austin was like, hey, I want to come up and play a song. I was just like, you sure you know it? Because Chris isn't on this tour. You got nothing to fall back on, bro. It's all you. He said he could do it. 16-year-old Austin, he killed it.
He did great. It was really surprising to see that. And just bragging about it in the crowd was really cool.
Yeah, they always love that kind of thing. Give a kid a shot to be on stage in front of a lot of people. Hopefully he takes that, feeds off of it, starts a band, and and he's up here in a few years.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we'll see him on the next one, I'm sure.
Of course.
Now, we've got our mini mics, and so for the mini mics, we've got a couple of mini questions.
Okay, let's go.
And these are rapid fire, sort of word association, this or that.
Okay.
Festival shows or solo tours?
Shit. Okay, solo tour meeting just me.
The band.
Okay.
It could be either. Whichever you
Festival show.
Yeah.
I do love touring by myself, but I always miss my friends.
Fair enough, absolutely.
Yeah.
CD or vinyl?
Oh, CD.
Awesome.
I can't get back on the vinyl thing.
No.
It's too much. Honestly, I don't do either one of them. I don't have a vinyl thing or a CD thing. I don't have either. I got a vinyl in my car. Just kidding. That'd be funny.
Imagine the anti-sleep on that.
We can listen to this vinyl, but we gotta go jump in the SUV real quick.
It's like 8-track.
Yeah, right?
Album releases or EPs?
Oh man, it's 2024. I'm backing up to albums. Yeah, you know, I think it's a new thing where you get as many songs off of it out as quick as you can and release that record.
For sure, for sure. Breakfast or dinner?
Breakfast. Yeah, easy.
I think we're overwhelming. Everybody said breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Fair enough. Recording studio or performing live?
Performing live, easy.
Yeah. Feeding off the crowd.
I'm sick of the recording studio. I really am. I used to have a problem with this question, but it's, you know, I just love making people smile. And the recording studio has changed so much. You know, the brotherhood of it is different, and you try to recreate it as best you can, but it's just, I'm sorry, these are rapid fire.
No, that's okay.
Playing live.
These answers are great. We love that. Well, we got one final question for you. It's not a rapid fire one, so you can go on as much as you like. Is there anybody else that you want to catch on this final day of the Good Things shows?
Yeah, I'm going over to see my buddy Frank Turner right after this interview, actually, and I'm stoked about that. I'm hoping to catch a little bit of Korn tonight. My buddy Ray's been playing drums for him for a long time, and I haven't seen that. I miss the fact that Sum 41's not here.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I'm really stoked about being here.
Well, we're really happy to have you back. Can't wait for the show on Wednesday night. Solo show, the Bowling for Soup show here in Brisbane. It's going to be great. And you've got a couple other ones, I think, around.
That's right. Yeah, we'll be here.
It's going to be awesome. Catch them, because you never know the next time that, you know, we'll get you out. Hopefully it's not going to be another 10 years.
It'll be very soon.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Good morning from Good Things 2024 here in Brisbane. It's a billion degrees, but thankfully, if you're coming to Stage 5, we're undercover. Coming up later today on this stage, you're going to see artists like Killing Heidi and Taylor Acorn. And, well, we sat down and had a chat with Taylor Acorn. Let's go and check that out. Happy to have you. We have our tiny mics.
This is so cute. I love this.
We needed something to set us apart, so we went with the tiny mics. Didn't have the budget for anything larger, so yeah. Ready when you are.
Go.
We're here to Zen, back at Good Things 2024 with Taylor Acorn. Welcome to Brisbane. Sorry about the sweltering heat.
Oh my god, I love it. It was literally snowing when we left Nashville, so I'll take the heat over the snow.
That's a big change. That is a really big change.
Yeah.
But it's how are you finding the Aussie heat for Good Things and performing? Like, I understand it's more than a little warm today, and it was not much better in Sydney and Melbourne.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I love it. Like I said, it was snowing in Nashville, and I'm just like, I feel like I'm not necessarily thriving the heat. I think today's going to be a little rough, but I really do enjoy performing when it's warm and it's nice and sunny, so I don't know, I think it's going to be great.
Hopefully we'll bring out the summer energy and everybody's going to have a really good time.
Yeah.
More than a few casualties in the pits, I'm sure.
No.
But, you know, that's it. It happens at Australian festivals. So, you were out here in March, I believe, this year. We just missed out in Brisbane, unfortunately. So I think it was Sydney and Melbourne. But you're doing some side shows with fellow pop punkers Bowling for Soup for the rest of, I think, next week.
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to most about performing in smaller shows in Australia and the festivals?
Oh man, I mean, I'm interested to see how Bowling for Soup's fans react to our set. I think they're gonna really like it. But I also am like just really excited to tour with them. It's really kind of like a bucket list band that I've like wanted to do some shows with for a while. So just really excited to see the energy that they're kind of brings and see how their fans like it. So they They do.
Sure, it's going to go down fantastically. I'm looking forward to the gig, so can't wait to see that. Can't wait to see the energy. And the Princess Theatre here in Brisbane, where you guys are playing, is brilliant for that as well. For a new setup for that one too. So
Yeah, I heard it's a really awesome venue, so I'm very excited.
Yeah, what a big artist going to play there, so it's really cool to see you guys doing that. Could we expect a Bowling for Soup collab at some point in the future? Is that something that could maybe be on the cards after that?
I would love that. I really would. I'm gonna have to like text Jaret and be like, hey, people are asking for it, so I think it would be really cool. I'm not sure what song they're gonna do yet, but
surely something. I'm sure you guys have mesh really well with that. What's the biggest misconception people have about Taylor Acorn?
Oh man, that one's easy. Is that I'm an industry plan? I've been, an artist for going on 8 years now, and I'm an artist. I've been independent throughout my whole career, and so that kind of stings a little bit when I hear, comments about that or see comments about people thinking that that's what I am. But honestly, I'm starting to take it as a compliment now because I feel like it means I'm doing a good job.
Yeah, so, people are like, no, this is too good. There's got to be something there.
Yeah, so that's the one thing. But I'm starting to kind of appreciate it for what it is, and hopefully one day, if I ever do get signed, I can be like, well, now I am. After 8 years, there you go.
Now
you can call me one now. But yeah, no, that's the one thing that I wish people would like do a little bit more research, But aside from that,
do you find that being an independent artist, not actually being signed to a major label or anything, you find that works in your favor for the direction that you like to go?
Yes and no. I think yes in the means of being able to write and put out music that I want and kind of have that freedom to be creative. But as far as finances, obviously music is tough, touring is tough, and when you're the one that's taking care of everything, it makes it a little bit more difficult. But I feel like it's so much better because we get to come out to obviously Australia. This is our second time being out here, and we've gotten to tour the UK, and my band and I, we both kind of looked at each other after the fact and been like, dang, we did that. You know what I mean? No one else did. So I think in that sense, I love it. So it's going to be hard to be able to give that part of my artistry away. But I'm so proud of everything that I've accomplished over the years, and I'm glad that I've fought for it as long as I have, because I almost quit making music 4 years ago. So I wouldn't be here if that was the case.
We're very glad that you did. We're glad to have you down here. We can't wait to see the set. Look, we have a section now for the tiny mics, which we like to call them mini mics, mini questions.
Okay.
This is sort of a this or that. It's almost a word association. So we're going to go through a couple of those if you don't mind.
I don't mind.
Festival shows or solo shows?
Honestly, solo shows, just because the energy of your own fans in one room is just, there's this unlike anything else.
Everybody's there for you rather than a festival.
But I will say Good Things has been incredible. It's so crazy to see how many people show up and know the lyrics. That's crazy to me. So, but I will say so much just for now.
Yeah, cool. Fair. It's fair. CD or vinyl?
Vinyl.
Vinyl? Yeah. You're a collector of vinyl?
I am. There's something that's I love a good CD, but there's something that's so nostalgic about having a piece of vinyl.
The ritual.
Yes, and putting it into the record player, and I don't know, it's just, it sounds a little bit gritty too.
Yeah.
I don't know, I love it.
Excellent. Album releases or EPs?
Album releases, yeah, for sure. I got to release my first album this year, and so all of the work that went into that, and having my own vinyl,
There you go. That's how you know. That's how you know you're there.
A piece of work in real time is really crazy.
Flip-flops or Crocs? There's not really a right answer to this.
I'm gonna say Crocs.
Yeah?
I like good Crocs. They're so comfortable.
Cool.
They really are.
Sweet. That's been our trick question for a lot of people. It's always interesting to hear somebody.
They might not be the most aesthetically pleasing thing, but they're so comfortable. You can't beat them.
There you go. Can't beat the comfort.
Very versatile.
Breakfast or dinner?
Breakfast.
Yeah.
Big breakfast scout. big on breakfast in America. Pancakes, eggs, the whole nine. I eat breakfast all day.
Brilliant. Recording studio or performing live?
Performing live. 1000%.
Yeah, I mean, after the discussion about good things about the festival days, it's all it's not surprising.
I mean, it's just the energy. You know, when you have the energy from the amazing crowd, it just makes it so much better. So I'd rather do that and then instead of being solo in the studio.
Final question for you. We'll let you go off and swelter in somebody else's tent for the next God knows how long. Aside from, I'm going to assume Bowling for Soup probably going to make this list, but who else are you going to catch on this final day? Is there anybody you're hoping to see?
Yeah, right after this, we're going to see Matches to Do, which I've been wanting to see them for a while. Well, to catch Curt tonight. They're a band that I've loved for years, but I've never been able to see live, so I'm very excited.
Playing on the same festival bill as you too.
I saw them in the airport and I was like I've never, I don't really get super starstruck, but it's like for bands like that, when they kind of seem like a mirage, like you see them online and you don't really think that they're real, and you see their hair and everything, I'm like, that's so sick. So I'm very excited to see them. I really want to see some for but
I was really looking forward to them as well.
I was really looking forward to them, but we're going to try to catch as many bands as we can.
Really? It's a perfect day for it. Sun, fun, hopefully not too much heat stroke. Brilliant. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for coming down to Good Things 2024.
Thank you for having me.
Speaking with Here to Zen.
Thank you.
I feel terribly dainty now.
I know, right? It's the tiny mics.
You want to think here?
Oh, it's absolutely, yes. Pinky's out for the tiny mics.
That's the title of my next album.
There you go. That's it. It's Curt here from Here to Zen. We're here at Good Things 2024 with Frank Turner. Hello. Hello. Welcome to Brisbane. Welcome to sunny, sweltering, 1,000-degree Brisbane. We're here on the tiny mics as well with the pinkies down, so it's very important. How has Good Things been for you? I understand it's been one of the warmer shows.
Yesterday was warm.
There was a photo of you on your socials after you said drenched in sweat.
I always like to leave it all on stage and all the rest of it, but I've literally been leaving my body weight on stage in sweat.
Fantastic.
And I'd like to apologise to L7 who were on after us.
That's fine.
I mean, I like my guitar. One of my guitar pedals short-circuited yesterday because it was full of my sweat. Isn't that nice? And also, you know, those of you wondering about like stage clothes and what we do, given that we had to get on the plane about 2 hours after we played yesterday and then fly here, and are we wearing the same clothes and have they been washed? Yes and no, respectively. Is that disgusting? Yes. Good Things have been great. I mean, it's my first time at Good Things. It's kind of my first traveling Australian festival. You know, I've done Byron Bay and I've done a few others like Queenscliff and stuff. It's the first kind of the traveling Australian festival thing is quite well known internationally. Everybody's heard it sound like a big day out. So it's kind of cool to do. It's hectic. It's a serious operation moving this many.
Three shows in 3 days.
Yeah, you know,
very
it's pretty nuts. I mean, it's kind of nice. There's a sort of in-band camaraderie. You know, like we were all on the same flight, same coach. Not all the bands, but there's a chunk of us who are playing earlier in the day who spent the last 3 days hanging out, and that's nice. Got some nice new people, and all that. So. But it's been great, it's been really good. I mean, I will say this is the last bit of a very, very long year for me, and I'm tired. And I'm very excited about today's show. It's going to sound like I said this to everyone, and I promise I don't. Brisbane is my favourite city in Australia by some distance. I fucking love it up here.
Fantastic. We like to hear that.
But I am also looking forward to being done. I've got one more show after today in Japan.
The end is in sight. Where in Japan are you playing?
In Tokyo, and I've never been before. So, but I am getting on the plane after the show today.
Oh no!
Yep,
That's keeping it tight, but the end is in sight. You're almost there. Then you get your Christmas break and you get some time to wind down and chill out in a place that's not 35 degrees.
Hopefully, I'm going to throw my phone in the sea. It's going to be awesome.
There you go. It's perfect. Like your last album, Undefeated, it's dropped in May of 2020.
Yes,
so very, very recently. How's the fan reaction been to that?
Great. I mean, it's not my first rodeo. It's my 10th album. So, and there is a level on which I think it's quite important to say that on some levels I don't care. Do you know what I mean? Like, my confidence in it as a piece of writing is not influenced by other people's opinions. Do you know what I mean? Or at least I try for it not to be. I mean, obviously, you know, in my heart of hearts, yeah, sure.
You want everybody to love everything.
Yeah, of course. I mean, if I didn't, I probably wouldn't spend my life kind of running around the world jumping down, telling people to pay attention to me. Anyway, but it's gone well. I mean, ultimately, particularly when you're 10 albums in, you know, it's a lot of records. If you got a crowd who's singing along with a new song, that's a really good feeling. It's almost relief more than elation. Do you know what I mean? You're like, oh, thank God.
I love it. Excellent.
Yeah, you know, or like, you know, just when certain songs of each record kind of enter the canon, if you see what I mean, they sort of become part of the standard set list. That's a really good feeling, you know. And almost kind of slightly retrospectively with my 9th record, FTHC, touring now on a different record, there's like 3 or 4 songs on that record which are on the John Prine called them the Plan Will Get Killed songs, and that's really cool.
Yeah,
you know
right.
what I mean? And I'm hoping, obviously we play a lot of stuff on the new record right now, because we're promoting that record, but I'm hoping that some of them, and it feels like some of them are hitting that Plan Will Get Killed.
Well, that's excellent.
List.
That's exactly what you want to hear. It's
Yeah,
exactly
you know what I mean?
the
It's
feedback
kind of,
that you
it's
want.
nice, and you kind of go, thank fucking Christ, it's still working.
Excellent, excellent. Look, we're on the mini mics.
Yes.
So we've got some mini questions for the mini
I love it.
mics. These are a new little thing that we're trying. It's
Got it?
yes or no, this or that.
Okay, you may have already noticed I talk a lot, so I'll try and restrain
Oh
myself.
no, you can speak as much as you want.
Yeah,
But
that's
first
a
thing that comes to mind,
unwise
it's
thing.
almost word association.
Quick,
You
okay,
can't-
right.
You can't shut me up either, so it's
Okay,
totally
right.
fine. Festival shows or solo tours?
Solo as in headline.
Yeah.
Headline, you get a sound check.
You don't get that at festival shows like
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
It's kind of a roll the dice on that
Yeah,
one.
that's a tough one, but I'll go.
I think we'd start off strong.
Okay.
CD releases or vinyl releases?
Vinyl.
Yeah.
I think I'm not. I don't want to sound like a hipster, but like, and I was a CD guy. I'm in my 40s. CD. The vinyl was not a thing when I was a kid. But ultimately, vinyl. It's cooler. It's a better format.
Excellent. Excellent. Album releases or EPs?
Album.
You kind of knew that one was good. Yeah. A little bit. Flip flops or Crocs?
Oh, flip flops, easy. Fuck Crocs, man. Fuck Crocs. Okay, first of all, each to their own. But like my friend Derek Zanetti, who makes music as the Homeless Gospel Choir, is one of the best songwriters I know, is obsessed with Crocs. A few years ago, we were on tour with him. He was on our bus. He was wearing Crocs all the time, and he's like an evangelist for Crocs, right? And I was kind of goading him about it, and eventually I bought a pair of Crocs, and they chewed my feet up. My feet were blistered and bleeding and horrible. But I did also do a thing where I put a thing, a picture of the Crocs on Instagram, was like, if he gets X number of likes, he'll get a tattoo, which he did, which has a croc and it says punk croc.
Commitment.
So,
absolute commitment.
So each their own, but personally, fuck Crocs, man.
Perfect. Breakfast or dinner? Breaking out the hard questions, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, kind of breakfast. I would say, like, if I don't have breakfast, then I will kill at least 3 people.
Cool, breakfast it is then, sweet.
Yeah, you know, like, I have hanger issues, particularly in the morning. And also, I'm not much of a sleeper in the morning, so I tend to get up and quite often, like this morning, I got up and I went for like after I walk and found a spot and I took my book and I wrote my book, and it was like starting the day on my own. I like that.
Before being swamped with people for the rest of the day.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? It's kind of active centering in a way, and I like that. So yeah, breakfast.
Breakfast. Good answer. Recording in the studio or performing live?
Performing live, no question. There is something artificial about the business of recording fundamentally, because you're attempting to capture a facsimile of a live performance. Not always, and I'm aware that there is certain types of music that are more studio based and the rest of it. But for me, it's like, I like performing because that's the real thing. That's me and my band playing actual music. And also, there's a redemptive opportunity, by which I mean, if you play a good show, fucking A. If you play a bad show, you get to try again tomorrow. And I love that. And also, ultimately, art is communication. And again, there's something artificial about doing it through the medium of recording wireless speakers and all the rest of it. Again, people right in front of me. That's why I do this. Sorry, again, I told long answers.
No, it's long answers are good. We like that.
Okay.
We've got one final question for you,
Okay.
and I understand that your schedule's fairly tight today. You do obviously have to skip off to a genuine another country within the next
Yes.
24 hours. Is there anybody else you're going to try and catch on this festival bill while you have the day?
Well, I mean, I don't really have the day, is the thing. And so I've learned over the years, I generally don't check festival bills before I get there, because so many times you're on a different day if it's a holiday festival, or you've got to do press, or you've got to travel, or setup, whatever it is, and it's just annoying at a certain point to get your hopes up and trying to dash. I'm bummed that I'm going to see Korn. I loved Korn when I was younger, no disrespect, and that's maybe incidentally. And I've never seen him, and I'm still not going to see him because all 3 days have been playing by the time they're on stage. There's friends of mine here, Gaslight Anthem, Bowling Soup, Living End, Word Out, which is great. My discovery for this festival, and this is what I mean about the functionality of it, I've discovered them because they were on immediately before me, and therefore I've heard them for the last few days. Outfall. Fucking hell. Never heard of them, never come across them. They fucking blew me away. Amazing, man.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to check them out.
Yeah.
Can't wait for your set today. It'll be brilliant. We're really, really looking forward to it. Thank you so much for coming and spending your morning, your precious time with us.
Thank you.
And,
my pleasure.
Thank you so much for coming to Good Things 2024. It is Zen back here at Good Things 2024, and we have our esteemed photographer Mert here. As you can see, we've both been out in the sun, and it is blisteringly hot. The riffs are blistering hot as well. What have you caught this morning? What have you shot?
Look, I've shot a few things, Curt, but have I mentioned it's fucking hot?
You hadn't. I wasn't aware.
Look at me, man. I'm drenched. I stink. I'm very feral at the moment.
And then it was hot when you got here.
It was very hot. Apparently, it's very hot out there.
I feel like it's
look, Bowling for Soup, they're amazing.
Such a great set.
A couple of good bands. Got Alpha Wolf up next. Can't wait to see that set. Then the Living End. There's been some top quality stuff happening at the moment. For me, I'm fat and I'm old. I'm running from stage to stage, so it's killing me, man.
I'm fat and I'm young. I'm feeling it too. So it's not. It mustn't be the old thing. It must just be. Maybe it's hot.
It's a little bit warm out there. Apparently it's a bit warm. I don't know what the temp is at the moment. Was it 35 or something stupid?
It's something dumb. Too dumb for a metal festival like this.
Exactly, but it is hot out there, man. It's really hot out there.
Cool. I'm glad you confirmed that it was warm.
Yeah.
We've got some excellent sets coming up. I can't wait for Electric Callboy tonight. I think that's going to be really good. They've got Pyro in case it wasn't warm enough.
Pyro. I did notice that cannon as I was shooting Bowling for Soup, and I was a bit concerned not to get my hair too close to that because it'll get fucking blown off.
Absolutely.
And that'll make me even more fucking hot, crispy hot.
There we go.
Anyway, crispy toasty, that'll be cremation hot.
There we go.
That'll be, I'll tell you what, that'll be kind of cool though, wouldn't it? That'll be something to talk about. You guys will talk about that for years and laugh and laugh and laugh. Remember the time Mert blew himself up with the pyro?
Incinerated wasn't enough, so we just had to go the extra mile, try to add
and
to
you
the
can have like a minute's silence for me every year, acting things the same.
We'll do a 21 gun salute if you get your head blown off. It's got to really honour the memory.
Then we can put the ashes in the pyro and we can shoot. That'd be kind of cool. We can do that. That's the worst possible scenario.
There you go.
Anyway.
When I die, I want my remains scattered to Disneyland. I don't want to be cremated.
I may have heat stroke.
I think so.
I may not be thinking.
We're a little delirious, but you have got a couple of awesome bands to go and check out. So
I have.
Who are you off to now?
Speaking of which, Alpha Wolf. I've got literally 5 minutes to get my fat ass running. So thank you. Have fun, guys. It's been an awesome event, and lots more to come.
Sure. Don't get heat stroke. More.
It's warm out there, mate.
Good. 2024 Tiny Bike Edition. Jaret here. Jaret on the festival. Last minute. We're hot. We're sweaty.
Good to see you again.
Yeah. We are kid-free for our new chat, which is great. You know, 2 dads working hard. How you found the run so far?
Amazing. I love this festival.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Melbourne. As soon as I got up on stage, saw this beautiful big crowd, beautiful music loving crowd. They were there for it. Big sort of sweet different kinds of groups, but all sort of rock and roll, and that's cool. I love it.
Now, Jaret took a bit of an extended break. So come back, new single, new music. What's the status of Jaret in 2020?
Well, we hit the road. We did like regional Aussie, we did Capitals, and then we done sort of back in business, coming back. We did the States and Europe, and then we're doing the States again next year, and Europe again, and really excited.
When it comes to the States, do you think that because are you going to be more built and stuff and using that market for you, where you would have been
I'm not sure when it really started kicking off. But I remember, it probably did first. But yeah, it started like it's kind of happened that way with all of the territories. Like in the UK, it sort of came out, was doing okay, and then it got a bump, you know, and didn't look back. But and then they start feeding off each other. Once you sort of get a certain amount of movement, it gains its own momentum. And back then in the States, people were buying records, CDs, and it was exciting.
So you say that buying CDs is a thing of the past for some people. What was the last CD you bought?
Well, I don't have had a CD player for so long ago.
Right. Have you gone to one?
I haven't built up enough of a collection.
Yep.
Yeah, it sucks. So I write music. I'm sort of doing it all the time on the computer, and it's sort of like looking up songs and things. It's kind of all in the box, but yeah, you're right. I should get one collection. I moved one of the kids out of the bedrooms and just set it up. Armchair, records. Sorry, kids. You're sleeping in with your brother.
Velvet armchair.
Yeah.
One of velvet armchairs. Huge ground. Now, being a guitar player, there are two kinds of guitar players. There's minimalist, and then I call them the gear whore. Are you a gear whore?
Not really, no, but I mean, during COVID I started to get into it a bit more and doing pedal research and stuff. But I mean, for me pedals are an interesting way of unlocking some creativity sometimes. And obviously I love those Morning Glories by label I forget the name of the company, sorry. Oh yeah.
We'll fly it over the top.
There you go. It's like a golden pedal. It's like it's beautiful, sort of transparent distortion. But I was just, so I went on a bit of a thing, but then I kind of stopped, and I'm much more into like composition, the writing and stuff, and keep it pretty. I think Jet's always kind of been like that.
Yeah.
Like we don't have that many wild sounds. We kind of keep it simple. We've still got. On stage, it's a pretty simple setup. Yeah, we don't do tracks.
That's a cool thing.
Not that I'm just not against it. If we go for it, do what you want to do, it's not for us. But,
Do you think that's say good tracks? Like, I've got no problem with it unless it's like, it's kind of like going to the shops and someone's already opened the pack of TikTok.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, what are we doing here? We're listening to a recording.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
So when it comes to like supplemental stuff like that, orchestration, you're all cool with that?
Oh yeah, look, I get it, like when people want it to be fatter or even, triggers and things with drums and stuff. Our drummer does have a couple triggers, so yeah. Full disclosure.
But he's still hitting the drum.
Still hitting the drum.
That's the difference.
Yeah. So, I think that it's all to play for. I mean, it's a playground, we're playing. You know what I mean? So, I don't think there should be too many rules. But I think we probably prefer the constriction of less, everything being at the fingertips. We're not at the thing. We don't have, people, they build these beautiful shows and then they're sort of locked in.
Yeah.
And you'll hear musicians playing like, the show's great. And we are locked in 45 minutes, whatever it is. And we can't change it. That's it.
We're not at the mercy of the windows.
Yes. But that's just like how we like working. Hopefully it can continue to do that, in a certain way.
Now, these little tiny mics have a hidden purpose. We have a few questions here from tiny mics, tiny questions. They're rapid fire. Get ready for it.
Lucky I'll have my own.
Just orange. Crocs or thongs? Crocs or thongs? Thongs? Fender or Gibson?
Gibson, I have Fenders too.
You not endorsed by one?
At the moment, actually.
Gibson and Fender get on your shirts. Breakfast or dinner? Stupidly hot Brisbane weather or Melbourne?
Southern.
New jet or old jet?
Hopefully,
Are you a surfer or a swimmer?
I get, what do they call it? A smash. When I try and serve it. Yeah. I'm a swimmer.
And final question. It's been a hellish run. Flight, stage. What have you time to that? are you looking forward to seeing?
I want to see my boys Delta Rig support with William Corgan tonight. I'm looking forward to seeing Andy up there. And edit that. And just saw Living End. Just always been great performance. Still are, still amazing. And whoever I come across, maybe Kevin Heine. Yeah. So I'm running around today. So we've been kind of, before in the other gigs, we were sort of flying out afterwards. So couldn't really enjoy it. But today we get to get into it. Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Thank you for your time.
Pleasure.
Try and stay cool. And New Jet Music 2025.
Oh yeah.
Thanks, mate. Alright everyone, we're back here on the Tiny Mics at Year's End. Scott again.
Hello. I feel like I need to talk really loud into this now.
There's a lot of noise next door. I don't think you're
It's so small.
I don't think you're right. So, absolutely pissing down in Sydney yesterday, just sweltering heat. You've come up here, hotter than Satan. How you feel?
Well, it's challenging actually. Yesterday was really hard. I felt like I need a recovery day after yesterday. We're not getting any younger people. It was pretty challenging. But you know, kudos to the crowd for just sticking it out and standing out there in the rain and the mud and you know, not the most ideal conditions. But hey, people do for music. It's a pretty good thing.
Now, we've done a lot of festivals. We do like Red Hot Summers. We're doing the ZZ Run yesterday, which is going to be fucking killer.
Be loud.
Have you done the Euro Festival runs?
You have, yeah.
Have you had the famous bottle of piss thrown at you in the UK like they like to?
No, I haven't even heard of this.
Apparently it's a thing.
Dear me. Oh, I'm glad this is news to me because it doesn't sound very.
Don't throw bottles of piss.
Don't throw bottles of piss. Don't fill bottles with piss. There's toilets for that.
And Shiwis now.
Well, us living in civilized countries, we work around bottles.
Now you just finished up a run with Shark.
Well, yeah, no, it's not necessarily finish up a run. It's basically, it's going to keep going. We're going to record new songs, put out a record, and just keep going. Those guys just want to get the band back together, so to speak. Even though I'm not an original member, but yeah, it's going to be an ongoing thing, which is I'm so excited. It's great. That was such a huge influence on us. You know, when all three of us were massive Sharp fans when they first came out, so the early 90s or whatever, you know, we were sort of 16, 17, 18 years old when all that was happening, and a really cool three-piece band with Don bass and that kind of singing set up to us, writing those incredible tunes and such great musicians. It was a massive influence on us, so it kind of really feels like a full circle event for me to be playing with them.
Right. Now, everyone knows you're a stand-up bass player.
Right.
What's your favourite regular electric bass that you own?
Oh dear, I'm not a bass guitarist. I have a go every now and then when I'm lazy and just want to sit on the couch. And I bought, many years ago, I bought a really beautiful Beatle bass, like one of those Hoffman basses like Paul McCartney's, a really nice, vintage 1962 Hoffman bass guitar. And that's my favourite. I love it. I love the pokey tone.
What's your favourite stand-up double bass that you want to do?
I've got one at home that I don't generally take out on tour very often because it's not really roadworthy. It's not one that's kind of protect the beating that I normally give them. And it's not an old bass. It's like from the 70s or 80s or something. Just a nice live German bass that I've looked after. It sounds good because I've looked after it, and that's the only one I've looked after.
Right.
So I've very much not looked after a lot of them.
Well, you stand on them, you climb them, you shapeshift on them a lot of times on stage. I've been lucky enough to take those on a couple of times, and it's always a moment when you're in the middle of the set and you climb. What's the worst on stage accident?
Oh man, we had, when we were first starting out with this time, like 16 years old or something, we played this gig at this little pub in Melbourne, and Chris Clark stood up on my bass and totally fell off. And like, luckily the bass didn't actually break. He just kicked the bridge out of it, and so the strings just went soft, and the bass was unplayable for a little while. I had to like put it back together so we didn't hear the set. But it was devastating. We just thought, oh no, we're never going to be able to show our faces in this town again. We had to resurrect our reputation. So,
Well, 30 years later, I think you've done a great job.
So, what's the plan for your music career?
we're making a new record at the moment. We've got a few songs recorded, a lot of songs in the bag as far as written and rehearsed up and ready to go. So we'll have new music out next year.
Right, so is it harder now that your singers jump ship to another state?
Oh no. No, he used to live overseas. I used to live in the state. We've all sort of shifted around. So yeah, no, it just means he's got a longer commute to get to work, so to speak.
Yeah. Now, festival runs are really taxing. You're generally off stage on a flight. Now, today's the last day, so hopefully you've got a bit of time to hand.
Yeah.
Who are you looking forward to see?
I'm really looking forward to seeing the Mastodon. I did see them in Melbourne, and they were amazing. I went out to the front house tower where the lighting engineers work from. So that kind of perfect elevated spot right in the middle of the crowd. And it was full on. I saw them a long time ago in Europe and really liked them. I haven't seen them since. That was full on. So I'm going to go and watch them again. But I really want to see Frank Turner. I've seen him before, but it's been a long time again. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing Gaslight Animal. And I'd like to see Billy Morgan. We were rehearsing in Melbourne last week, and he was in the room downstairs with the Delta rigs rehearsing. And they sounded amazing. They're a great band in their own right, and they really just nailed those songs. And he sounds like just like Billy Morgan.
So for anyone that doesn't know, the Delta Rigs are a local band. We actually had the pleasure of seeing them open at the very last show.
Right.
And it's like someone's taken a guy straight out of the 70s.
Yeah, they do look like they're a very retro band. Yeah.
Very, like the Struts or Dirty Honey. Their own sort of version
very
of that.
tasteful though, yeah.
Yeah, they're not overdone. They're not, So you said new music next year. Do you see a single early in 25?
I don't know what the timing is going to be because we thought we would have an album out early in the year next year, but it's not going to happen because we did some recording and now we're doing more and there's going to be more and more and more. And we just, you have to think to yourself at this point when you're this far down the track of your career, for lack of a better word, why are we putting out music? We're putting it out because we love it. We don't have to, we want to. But so we don't want to do it unless we really, really, really feel like it's got to feel right. So we're so we're still just sort of chipping away at songs at the moment, just making sure that we've got them as good as we can get them. None of this just here's what we've got now, let's just get in there and do it and move out. We've done it in the past. We want this to be as good as possible.
Now,
just going to keep working on it. So I think that means the timing of it will be probably a single halfway through the year and the album closer to the back half. I don't know, we'll see about that. Sure.
Now, as you said, you're pretty nuts in the way you treat your bases. How many do you have on the road with you? Because they're not exactly like just a carry-on piece of luggage.
I've brought two with me on this tour just in case something goes wrong with one. I've got one waiting in the wings. But often I just travel with one. My bases are all really well reinforced and I've got a guy in Melbourne, Olivia, who looks after them for me, so he's amazing. He's amazing. I've presented him with some pretty weird challenges with bases that I've broken and stuff like this. They've gotten damaged in transit too, but yeah, you're certainly right in saying they're not like a carry-on item. It's like moving a large piece of furniture with you every time you cottage travel. It's a nightmare.
Do you ever look out the window of the plane as they're loading it on and
I
get
do.
the phone and film them just to be sure?
I don't film them, no, I just watch them nervously going. I like watching those airport luggage, truck things, drive around. I'm always like, just waiting for it to fall off one that they can go
It's literally like
skidding across the tarmac. But I've had a few bad experiences with airlines, but whatever. You know, that's the bet that I've made for myself.
Alright, before we let you go, let everyone know where they can find you. Do you do the socials or you're just letting in?
I've got social media tags or whatever. It's just my name, Scott Owen. But I'm not. I keep an eye on it. It's a good way to be in contact with people, but I don't post it.
Alright mate, enjoy your set.
Thank you.
Go hard. Don't break the base.
Will not.
We'll see you after this out in the road this evening.
Thanks, mate. Cheers, man.
We're here, Good Things 2024, Tiny Mics with Terry King. How you doing, man?
I'm not sure what to make of this. I'm doing good. Doing good.
Excellent. So how's the run been so far for you besides hot and wet?
You know, incredibly short. I've never done Australia in this short of a time span. And I enjoy it down here, and I wish I had more days off. But, you know, we'll make the best of it. Shows are great, audience is great, so, you know, I can't complain.
Well, congratulations on your first solo album.
Thank you.
Been a long time coming. When did you really start getting the songs together?
I'd say pretty early in 2020, you know, because when everybody got shut down for the pandemic, I was one of those people that didn't just sit on my ass. You know, there's either people that got shit accomplished and people that did nothing. I got shit accomplished.
Right.
Tons of riffs that haven't even been heard yet. I still got tons of stuff that me and Paul have worked on or gonna work on. So there's still tons of stuff. So whenever this album cycle of touring is done, we'll be able to go and record.
Now you mentioned Paul. So you played with Paul for many years. What does he bring to the equation for your music that other drummers in the past don't?
We get each other, you know. Like 9 times out of 10, he'll know what I want him to play before I tell him.
Yep.
But I'll send him a demo, so to speak, with me on it, and then I'll take a piece of paper and write times like 10 seconds, 34 seconds when music changes. Write down what I expect him to play, so when we actually do get together within 5 minutes, we've got a demo with guitar and drums.
Now, we've spoken to a few guitar players today, and there are two kinds of people. There's the minimalistic guitar player or the guitar hoarder. What one are you?
Which one?
Are you a guitar hoarder or a guitar minimalist? Do you have like 50 guitars?
I'm
in
not a
storage?
hoarder, but I probably do have 40 guitars in storage because when I change companies, I don't play those anymore. So I've got a lot of that stuff. Companies have given me stuff over the years, trying to swoop me over to go to their companies. You know, I've probably got less than 10 that really mean something to me, like my old stage guitars, or I've got one Dime gave me, I got one Zach gave me, stuff like that. I've got the original Mockingbird on the first 2 records, but you know, I don't have any vintage Les Pauls or Strats or anything.
Now, you mentioned Don, you mentioned Zach. Zach's now stepped in to play with Pantera. Have you seen any of the shows since he stepped in?
Just on YouTube.
You planning to catch him?
Yeah, probably not. I don't need to see that. Charlie's my boy, Zach's my boy, we still are tight. I don't know Bryce that well, but no other reason rather than, you know, I saw it when it was honestly good and there was something to behold. I don't know how this, I'm stoked it's happening for fans, you know, but for me, you know, I see them when they were at the top of the game.
Now, silly question. You played the very first 5 shows with Megadeth. How are you with Dave Mustaine now?
I'm okay. Dave's the kind of guy that has trouble keeping his feet out of his mouth. You know, I have no problem saying what's on my mind, as you probably well know, but I don't stick my feet in my mouth. You know, but he'll say something and then 5 minutes later backtrack on it. It's like, I should have said that. It's like, dude, put a clutch on your mouth, you know, or don't say it. But we're cool. I'm never in the situation where I hang with him for more than 15 minutes, so I can't get tired of 15 minutes.
Now, I've heard rumours you've lost the chains. No chains on stage.
For this band, no, I'm not wearing chains. I just, when we did this Slayer reunion, I reincarnated the chains and I was black. So I think at some point they'll graduate to this band, but being here in Australia, I'm like, I'm not lugging that things out of Australia for 5 shows.
Has there been a chain-related injury?
No. My guitars wouldn't say that.
No.
Beat up.
Now, as we have tiny mics, we can do tiny mics, tiny questions, so it's like a rapid fire. You ready to go? So, dinner or breakfast for Kerry King?
Dinner.
Do you want dinner or breakfast?
Dinner.
Crocs or flip-flops?
Flip-flops.
Gibson or Fender?
Gibson.
Marshall or Fractal? European festivals, Australian festivals?
Probably European because there's more history with some of them. You know, we played the 30th anniversary of Locken, I think, in 19 somewhere around there. So just for that, I mean, other than that, you know, I got no problem with Australian festivals. If it's the best way for the consumer to see bands they want to see, I'm all for it.
Digital or analog music?
Digital for ease.
Dave Lombardo or any other drummer?
Any of them.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Kerry King from Good Things 2024. Thanks, man.
Cheers.
Good morning from an incredibly warm Good Things 2024. It is Zen here at Stage 5, and if you are going to any of the bands on Stage 5, you're really lucky it's undercover. Some of the artists you're going to see coming up are going to be Taylor Acorn and Killing Heidi on this very stage. And in fact, we sat down with Killing Heidi backstage. Let's go and check that out.
We're here, Good Things 2024. Jesse Hooper, Killing Heidi, in the house.
G'day.
How's your day been, mate?
Oh, it's been awesome. I mean, relieved, euphoric, kind of happy, sad that it's over. Yeah.
Now, you've sort of taken some steps back from Killing Heidi, come back in. How has it been this last time with your sister out doing shows?
Look, when we got off of Good Things, we were all just like super excited. The next level, kind of like stepping it up, playing some songs from the collective we haven't played for a long years. So we've been really pumped about it. Yeah.
Now, do you go back from here and you've got new Killing Heidi music, or you do the verses, you do solo? What are you going to do?
Well, Ella is solo town, so she'll have another solo album coming out next year. We've got some secret special Reflector 25th anniversary actually coming next year. I don't know exactly when and where, but there's some Killing Heidi shows and announcements coming, which is going to be awesome. Yeah. But retrospective. So as far as new music goes, look, never say never, but it's not on the radar.
So what about solo Jesse?
Yes! It's like Jesse, now you're talking.
Yes!
Yeah, I don't know yet, but that sounds amazing.
Solo Jesse, come on!
Bring it on.
Yeah. Now, if anyone doesn't know, he's hot today in Brisbane. It's filthy. You guys got lucky. What would have been undercover? Would have been still
We
been.
got so lucky. The band before us, the drummer was in Full Sun, and after us, the lead singer, the next band after us was in Full Sun. We got somehow lucky with the show.
Yeah.
But Ginger says it.
Yeah. Well, like, we came in, we saw you set. So, like, at festivals like this, it's very, very hard to be where you need to be. But we're lucky we came in, and the funny thing is, from being in that tin roof, the sound was fantastic.
Awesome.
From out front, it was meaty. The mix was amazing. You hear everything great.
I'll be passing that on to our sound guy. He's very happy to hear that. Look, it's a crazy thing that you don't really know until you're in bands, but what you hear on stage quite often is just a weird mix of crap. And so what you're hearing at the front is a whole different world. So I'm very grateful you said that. Thank you.
Well, considering you started in the mid-90s and it would have been wedges, now we go to innings.
Yeah. Well, so Ella uses ears and the drummer uses ears. You know, it's the kind of thing where if you love it, you love it. But given that it's like a pretty quick setup, I just like, nah, that's what I'm for.
Yeah, and I guess when you have the wedges in front of you, you are going to feel your guitar a little bit.
I love that. I mean, I'm using a Helix at the moment, and that is an amazing, very convenient way of getting homogeneous sounds, but I actually still use the amp signal on stage. So what I do is I just have the Helix signal blasting through the inside for all. It works for me at the moment. Yeah.
Have you gone into that nasty world of Kempers yet?
All my mates are using them, but no, not quite.
Right, yeah. I've got buddies in bands and they describe it what's called a Kemper tantrum instead of a temper tantrum.
God, what is that?
Where it literally just shits the bed.
Oh, like as in dies or just noise?
Yeah, dies.
Oh, great, you're awesome.
Yeah, so
that sounds great.
I'm kind of thinking about that. Like, I'm not a guitarist by any stretch. I can do a couple of chords, but I'm like, if I could play those 3 chords, I'm not relying on a Kemper tantrum to get me by.
There's always a little hesitation that it just glitches and then it dies, right? So I had it yesterday at the Sydney show. The main Helix wasn't working. We just played a spare, thank God. But there's something about the valve amp that is reassuring.
Have you got a favourite amp?
Look, I've used so many different amps over the years. If I'm using amps, I usually use what's called a wet dry wet rig, which is a stereo pair of Fender twins with a centre Vox AC30. But I've used Marshall rigs a lot too, so any of those things I can work with. Yeah.
Now, for you, I asked this to every guitar player today, are you minimalist or are you guitar hoarder?
Hoarder.
Hoarder?
Yeah, absolutely.
How bad do you hoard?
I need to count 30-ish. Is that counts hoarding or is that like beginner hoarder?
I think for so 30 is sweet.
Good, okay, I'm fine. I better buy some more. That's what you're saying?
Yeah, exactly. Have you got like a guitar there that you're just like, that's the one that stays at home, doesn't go on the road?
No, in fact, probably my favourite guitar is the one that gets just covered in sweat like it did today. So I've got a 75 Les Paul Standard, which I just love. And it's probably my most valuable guitar, and it's the one that just gets trashed the most, but I think it deserves to be played.
Running the stock pickups or like the Marzio?
I think, look, when I bought it, they said it didn't have originals. I've had it set up and looked at it a few times. I reckon it's got slightly hotter pickups, but I should actually work out exactly what it is. Yeah. They're not Tomasios, they're Les Paul pickups, but I think they're 80s pickups.
You're playing it today, and it was bright.
Yeah,
that's why
I like it.
I wondered if it was like Tomasios, they're very bright.
Tomasios, but you know, I should know. I'm techie, but I'm not that techie.
No, yeah.
But I think after playing rock and roll for a long time, I probably have lost a bit of hearing, so I like the brightness.
Yeah. So, you said there's some reflector shows coming up. What do you see 2025 being?
Look, we've got Red Hot Summer coming up all over the summer, which is a tour that goes to the region areas, and because we grew up in region areas, we absolutely love that. We're doing Portside Festival in Newcastle in December 22nd, I think it is. We're doing Festival in Tassie. We've got a few cool shows mixed in, but Red Hot Summer is just such a great tour for us. There's some ice caps on it, so many great bands with Mother. And then Ali's going to be solo mode, and then we're in the middle of the year, we'll have some special reflector stuff happening.
Cool. Now we're going to finish up. We've got tiny mics, we do what's called tiny mics, 20 questions.
Okay.
It's like a word association. Gibson or Fender?
I mean, Gibson at the moment, yeah.
Crocs or thongs?
Archies. Thongs with heels.
Nice. Digital or analog music?
Or analog.
So vinyl guy?
I have a lot of vinyl, but I don't have my vinyl record set up. So in terms of, if I could, I would. But I'm willing to pay the extra to get the pipes out of the title.
Do you think these 180 grams are all they are like cut up to be?
So,
Yeah, the 180 gram vinyl where you're talking about?
Oh, look, I don't know. I'd have to pass that to my real nurse friends.
All I know is I found an original press of Dark Side of the Moon quadrophonic at a flea market, $30 for it, and it shits on anything else.
Yeah.
It just shits on anything.
Yeah, I mean, old stuff always seems to be better.
Yeah.
When it comes to music, old guitars, old amps. Old music box.
Last word association, weirds or bridges? Yes. Everyone, we're done. A good things 2024. Jesse finishes it with a bang. Thanks for joining us, everyone.
Thanks, man. Good time.
Well, for Good Things 2024, that's a wrap from us here at Here to Zen. We got a couple more bands to go and see. Electric Callboys on next. Let's go and check them out. Hope you guys had a good time if you came, and if not, we're here to show you how much fun you missed out on.